Hi all, welcome to my grand opening of my channel Dylan's Den. If you love movies, gaming, pop culture, building models and collections, this is right up your street. I invite you all on my journey as each week I'll be building various models from tons of movie franchises and we're going to transform this room into Dylan's Den. But for today's grand opening video, I'll be building one of the most famous cars from cinematic history. It is of course the Ecto one from the Ghostbusters franchise. Thanks to Fanhome, it is a 1/8 scale replica model with tons of working features like you see in the film. As well as all the features it packs out, it is an incredible 80 centimeters long and made of metal and ABS plastic, and it'll weigh an absolute ton when it's complete. So without further ado, let's get building. Okay guys, so here is package 1, let's crack this open. So inside we do have the main hood, 2 rims, the front license plate. We do have a Ghostbusters sticker which is just stuck with some sellotape on this packaging, so be careful of that and do not throw it away because we'll need that for later. These are our 2 rims for the hood, and we do have 2 air inlets just here, and we have some BM screws and some AM screws, and the front license plate, and they all come with a screwdriver. I like that to the collection, but I do use my own, and that is absolutely heavy. It really is some weight in that hood. Because you are going into metal, I do recommend some 3-in-1 oil. So first thing, we're going to take one of these air intakes and we're going to place it onto the bonnet, and the 2 pins correspond with the 2 holes in the hood. We're going to dip one of the AM screws into some oil, and we're going to put one in each corner, like so. And once you've done that, I just lift it up like this and just get a bit more leverage on them screws to get that air intake as flush as I can to the hood of the car. And we're going to do the same again with the second air intake. I'm going to line that up, the 2 pegs in them holes, and another 4 AM screws in each corner. Same again, use some 3-in-1 oil, it just helps the screws glide in a lot easier. And these screws do have a white tip on the head, so they have painted in white, which matches the bonnet. So obviously just take your time in screwing these in, we don't want to round them off. And then you should have something that looks like that. Now we're going to move on to the rims. So this is 2 pieces. We have this right piece which is O1B and the chrome bit which is O1C, and we're just going to line this up and they just slot together just like this. And we are going to screw 4 BM screws into each one of them holes, and same again, we are going into metal, so 3-in-1 oil again, and we're going to screw that into place. And there we go guys, that is issue 1 nearly complete. I'm just putting in the last screw now, give it a once over, and that is issue 1 complete. And let's get into this baby. And as you can see, there is quite a lot to do here, but it's mainly the front part of the car, which is the front grille and the start of the headlights. So first thing we're going to do is get these 2 pieces here and line these pegs into these 3 holes, just like this. and then we're going to turn it round and we're going to fix that together with 3 AP screws. Now we are going into plastic this time, so there is no need for any oil. You can just go straight in with the screws. And because it is plastic and is just holding this piece together, we don't need to go really tight, just enough to keep that in place. And just double check it, and that is perfect. Now we're going to get piece 2D, and that should be the left side, so it should have an L marked on the part. I'm just going to line, just make sure it is on the left side, don't get mixed up with left and right. So yes, so we're going to line this part up, so there is 2 holes which just slot together just like that. And we've got 3 AP screws again, 2 into the back and then 1 which just goes on top. There we go, so that is the 2 back ones in, and there's a 3rd one which goes on top just here. Now just check that, make sure we're happy with that fixing, make sure it's secure, and we're going to do the same with the right hand side. So exactly as we did on the left, just going to mirror that again on the right. And these can be a little bit fiddly. There you go, dropping my screws, and yeah, just trying to keep all of that part in position whilst trying to screw it can be a bit difficult, but patience is key, and once you get that first one in and it's held in place, the other 2 are straightforward, nice and easy. And 1 in the top. Now we'll have something that looks like this. Now we have got another piece of the grill, which is one of the left side, and I'll just have a bit of a zoom up here so you can see a little bit better. And that is held together with 2 BP screws, and it is plastic, so no need for oil again, and just place them 2 screws in there. And once you've done the left side, you do exactly the same with the right side, which I am doing now, and you'll have something that looks like this. So we're just going to put that to one side whilst we focus on the anti-collision strobe lights. So there is 2, a left and a right, and all we need to do is put the bulb into the frame just like this. It should just push in. I'll just zoom in so you can see it a bit better, and you can see a little bit of the bulb poking through. And then we are going to get the lens cover, and that just pushes straight on just like that. And you repeat the same process for the right side as well. Once all that's in place and you've done the right one, we get the grill, what we've made earlier, and we're just going to line this up in the front, and they are secured together with 2 BP screws. Now make sure you put them on the right way. For some bizarre reason, this first one I did put on back to front. I don't know how, because I even saw the actual shape of the frame, and it has on one side it is slightly curved to correspond with the frame of the bumper, and for some reason, even though I've seen it and lined it up, I decided to put it on 180 degrees the other way. I don't know why. So you'll see in a minute, once I've put the other side on, I go back to the left side and I rectify the issue. So before anyone does say anything in the comments, I did pretty much spot it straight away. Yeah, I had one of them moments. And we're going to do the same now with the right side, just 2 PP screws to hold that one in position as well. And yes, this time I have put it in the right place. And there we go, that's the right one complete. And once you are happy with the final position, just give them 2 screws a little nut up, just to make sure that's secured in position. And yes, I've gone back to the first one, unscrewing it and turning it 180 the way it should be. Going great from the first video, this, isn't it? And there we go. Then you'll have something that looks like this. Now we need to put that to one side for now, whilst we focus on the headlights. So we do have a left side and a right side, and they are both exactly the same process. So with this part, you do have 2 pins sticking out, and each piece folds onto these pins. So we're just lining them up and pushing each piece onto these pins. And you might get, the first one might be a little bit tight, but once you've got that one on, the rest do fall on a bit easier. So next up we've got the lens, which just slides in there, and same again, it's on the same 2 pins that lines up with. And we've got the reflectors, which will just go on the back. Same again, it lines up with the 2 same pins. And last but not least, we've got the outer casing. And yep, you've guessed it, lines up with them same pins again. Make sure it's in position and you're happy with it. And then we're going to secure this with 2 AP screws at the top and a CP screw in the middle. So these are the AP screws. So we are going into plastic, so no need for any 3-in-1 oil, just straight in. And there's number 2. Now the CP screw is a bit longer, and that just goes in the middle here, and it is going into plastic, so no need for oil. And that is that complete. Now we're going to repeat the process for the right side. And we're going to line each piece up and then secure it with 2 AP screws and a CP screw at the end. Oh yeah, so just be careful of them pins, because I just pushed that piece on, and that did hurt my thumb a little bit, that, so just be careful of that. And when you're done, you'll have two that look like that. Now get the grill, what we made earlier, slash bumper. I'm going to line the first side up, which is the left side. I'm going to secure it together with a BM screw, and it's going into metal this time, so 3 and 1 nails back out, and we're going to secure it from underneath there, and the second one just there. And we're going to do same with the other side as well. Now when I did this, the 2 inner BM screws went really tight. The 2 outer ones decided to spin for whatever reason. However, the base of the screw is flush with where it should be, and the headlights are secure and not moving at all. So I'm not going to mess about with it, I'm not going to change it. But yeah, just let me know if anyone else has had any issues with that particular screw. Just drop me a message in the comments. But yeah, for what it's worth, it's not causing any issues with the build. But yeah, when you are finished, you'll have something that looks like that. Okay guys, so that is issues 1 and 2 complete. I cannot wait for this model to be complete, I really can't. It's going to be spectacular, it really is. So if you'd like to come with me on my journey and see more of this build and other builds that I am doing, remember to like, subscribe and share. But for now, take care.